I said it months ago and probably on the first 5 episodes of 15 Minutes With that I maybe had the best cheeseburger in my life in my 53 years at Thyme Spice. And she's finally on the show. Ashlyn Long from Thyme Spice, Spice and Tea Shop. Yes?
Spice Shop and Tea Shop.
Yeah. Why did you get it? You came in talking about all these new teas, and I can't wait. Can I go ahead and have one?
You can have them all.
Go ahead and have them all. I'm going to have this one just because, I don't know. It just looks tasty.
Yeah. So that's the...
Tell me what this is. What do we got here?
Okay. So we make hand-shaken iced teas. Yeah. So we will brew fresh tea, but we add in a fruit puree, and then we shake it up in a cocktail shaker. So shaking the tea aerates the tea. It changes the structure of the tea, the mouthfeel of it. The flavor's a little bit different than just pouring a glass of tea. We don't add any of the powders or extra caffeines. It's just a natural fruit puree.
How does one fall in love, Ashlyn, with spices and teas? Or was it baking with grandma or mom? Or what is the spark that gets you where you're at running Thyme Spice?
So I've always loved food.
Yeah.
I loved to bake as a kid. I think the first thing that I ever made, like meal-wise, I was maybe only 10. Like my mom had to go buy ingredients for me. But I've always loved food. It's always been a big part of my life. So
because was it a lot of activity growing up based in the kitchen?
No, I just loved food. I like to eat. I don't know.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, so anything that has to do with food, creating flavors, changing flavors, manipulating flavors.
Yes.
I love all of that.
I hate to interrupt, but my goodness, just one drink. I'm not kidding you. What kind is this?
So that is the wildberry orange. It's a wildberry and blood orange puree. And
this is the best.
It's a black tea with cinnamon that we blend.
I get all of those things you just said. I didn't get the cinnamon until you said it, and then I tasted it.
It's not super strong. It's not like craft store cinnamon. It's there. I kind of tell people it tastes a little bit like wildberry pie.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Just call it wildberry pie. Go in and say, I want the wildberry pie, and Ashlyn will know what you mean at Thyme Spice here in Burlington. Okay, so love cooking. Just coming up with things as a kid, you kind of knew your course. Where do you go to grow this talent of yours that you love? I wouldn't call it a talent. It's kind of an obsession. Yeah. Do you think it was like innate? This is what I do. This is what
it kind of just evolved. I mean, so this isn't just me. This is myself and my husband, Travis.
Yeah.
And
Travis, we love you too, but you couldn't be here today.
Travis is the mastermind behind the cheeseburger.
Oh my goodness! Really?
So,
and the cheeseburger is actually called what?
It's called the Griddle Time Cheeseburger.
You can't get it after 3. Don't think on Friday I'm going to surprise my wife and it's 3:15, and then another coworker tells you, "Oh, they stopped serving those after 3, Eric," and I fell to the floor and I think I cried.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry.
So Travis came up with the cheeseburger.
Travis is the food.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people think I do the cooking. I can do the cooking, but I don't.
Yeah.
He is the one who comes up with the food, the flavors. He does. So it's kind of, he's in charge of the food, and I do the fudge and the teas.
Oh, the fudge. So. Yes. Fudge. Am I getting it right? Is it tamari bowls?
Tamari bowl is the newest one.
Tamari bowl, salad bowls,
yep.
Cheeseburgers, hummus, old-fashioned craft sodas.
Yeah.
Lunch is where you live. Kind of that's your wheelhouse. Come in for Thyme Spice for lunch, right, Ashlyn?
You can come in for lunch, but aside from the cheeseburgers, you can come in anytime. So
yeah.
If you are running home and you want to call me in the afternoon because you want to stop in and pick something up at like 4:45, we can do that. Just don't order a cheeseburger.
Yeah. Well, if we fall in love with these teas,
teas aren't going away.
Yeah, and do you give it? Do you have in the store all the stuff it takes to make it? Can I go home and make them myself?
I can give you cheats on how to make them.
Yeah.
The hardest part is going to be the fruit part. I do have a lot of girls who do flavored coffees and things like that at home. So they'll take home the tea part of it and they'll brew that tea themselves, and then they'll add in like a fruit syrup a flavoring or something like that, get it close to it. But you can kind of only just get it there with us.
Tell me about what is in part a food romance. Tell me how you and Travis came together and the first. I want to know about the first meal. If you can remember back.
Oh God.
How long have you been married? First of all,
let me see. This is 24. So this year we've been together for 18 years.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What was it? Was it over food? Was it? Tell me how you guys met.
So I'm a transplant. I moved here from Southern California.
Yeah.
That's kind of where a lot of the flavor inspiration comes from. So the fresh flavors and things like that. But I moved here a couple years into college.
Yeah.
My dad got headhunted by a company to come this way.
Yeah.
And he was one of the first people that I met. And we hung out. And then we literally have been together ever since.
That's pretty great. Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the connection made over food? Was that just kind of a natural thing? It just kind of happened.
That was kind of a natural thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like before we were living together, like I would make dinner, he'd come over kind of thing, doing stuff on the grill. I mean, it wasn't really anything that we were consciously, hey, we should do food.
Yeah.
It was just kind of one of those things where it kind of made sense. We've done a lot of things in the past. We did a tent at farmer's market. We had a food truck. We had a restaurant, and then COVID hit, and we pivoted.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how Thyme Spice came about.
2021 born?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're on 3rd Street now. How happy are you that that's your home? I love going in the door.
You go down?
Yeah, and I just love how it's located. What do you think of your spot? And what were your thoughts on going in? Did it just open up? Was it perfect, or did it need a lot of work? How did that spot on 3rd and Jefferson?
It needed some work. When we went into that space originally, it was a couple things before us, and we had to do a lot of cleaning and painting and changing, but we kind of gave it our vibe, our feel. Is kind of a little punk rocky kind of feel with the artwork and stuff on the walls.
Yeah.
But we just made it work.
Do you love that you live in that space daily?
As of right now, it's almost a love-hate relationship.
I love the
it.
honesty. That's great.
Oh, I mean, I am.
Yeah.
Like, I love where we're at. I love what we do. I love that we've made that space what it is.
Yeah.
But we are at such a tipping point right now where it is literally a hairline too small, and I can't fit any more stuff in there. And there's a lot more that we want to do that we can do.
Sure.
But we just we're growing. We've got some growing pains.
You got some growing pains, and that's good, right?
Yeah.
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 That's awesome. Good. The cheeseburger you've got to have. Tell me this, Ashlyn, when you went in, because you can go anywhere and eat, and a lot of times you don't go back to where you ate, you and your wife, or you and your partner, because it was just okay, or it tasted like a lot of other things.
Yeah.
How much was, because I can get it, I got it from your cheeseburger, the first bite, I got it from this. How important was making things pop? What was your thought on taste of things when you opened Thyme Spice?
Taste is everything. It's everything. And if it's just okay, then it's not good enough. And that's kind of one reason why we keep our menu and our offerings small. I mean, I can do 20 different flavors of teas, but it's not going to be consistent, and you're not going to get that attention to 20 items like you can if you just do 4. So it's the same thing that goes in with our food. We keep our menu small. We keep it simplified, but there's still a lot of stuff that goes into it. And being able to keep it consistent is huge, because you liked your cheeseburger the first time.
Yeah.
I want you to get that same taste, that same feel on your 5th cheeseburger
Yeah.
that you get.
I'm up to about I think 7 or 8,
Yeah.
and it hits me the same every time. So don't worry.
Yeah.
It's so wonderful. And I know most of what's on it.
Yeah.
I didn't seem to care the first day I had it. LJ, our president, head of Titan Broadcasting and Digital, I think he just went and got cheeseburgers for everybody.
Yeah.
And the bacon was hanging out the sides. And I was like, look at that perfect little thing. I was on the air when I ate it the first time.
Oh,
I'm not
gosh.
kidding you.
I didn't know that.
No, I ate that thing, Ashlyn, over 45 minutes. And I never savor, but I savored this day.
Holy cow.
It was really wonderful. So,
That's awesome.
Thyme and Spice since 2021.
Yep.
These teas are so wonderful, and these are great for summer.
Yeah.
Right now, are these kind of a hit? People coming in and
Yeah, we do
Cold
a lot
teas.
we do a lot of teas. I still do hot teas during the summer. But we actually will do a lot of the iced teas during the winter too.
Yeah.
People like their iced drinks.
I'm a baker.
Yeah.
Is your spot good for me to come in? Am I happy in Thyme and Spice if I'm a baker?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's not just food.
Yeah.
People have that kind of misconception that we're only a spice shop and nothing more, or we're only food and nothing more. We are a blend between the two. We are wanting to re-envision what a spice and tea shop looks like.
Yeah.
So if you love to bake, I've got a ton. We've got different sugars, like granulated molasses, granulated honeys, the things where normally is liquid based, but you don't always want to add extra liquid into what you're doing. So we have it in a dry form. I think I have 4 different kinds of cinnamon right now. Different.
Who's
kinds
the
of
baker?
baking
You or
powders.
Travis? It's you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's me.
yeah.
I used to bake a ton, and then I went gluten-free years ago. And when you get into gluten-free stuff, it becomes almost like a science project
Yeah.
because you have to try to manipulate things that don't normally do what you're used to them doing.
What if antennas just went up when you said gluten free? You serve those who are gluten free. You can help them out.
As long as you don't get the bun on the cheeseburger, if you're gluten-free, you can have anything on my menu.
Yay!
Yeah, so
that's pretty great.
We make all of our salad dressings in-house. Everything's gluten-free. All of the salad options, there is no gluten-free item on those salads. You can have anything.
I'll say this to you, Ashlyn. My favorite season is fall. I wish it was fall all the time. But I did see on the website chili powder, and it reminded me fall's almost here. Do you make a great chili?
Travis makes a great chili.
Travis does. Oh, my goodness.
Chili's not my favorite.
Yeah,
Chili's,
is he thinking about it, though? Like, he's like a month and a half away from maybe end of August.
we've thrown
Football starts tonight.
I know we've thrown chili up on the menu before. It's not out of the question.
Yeah,
I don't quite know. I never know what he has planned.
sure.
But he does. He makes a really good chili, and that chili powder that we offer, we've had several people use it in chili cook-offs,
Nice.
and they've won every time.
Come on.
Yeah.
Really? That's
Yeah.
pretty great. You're the third Southern California transplant I think that's been on this podcast.
Probably.
It's been great.
I've met, I think, more people who actually know where I'm from because I'm from a small town that literally
Southern
unless you're
California
in there-
where?
Riverside County. I lived in a town called Cherry Valley. So if anybody's familiar, I was,
There's even flavor in the name of your town.
yeah. We used to have cherry orchards everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, you can go and pick your own. Like in Illinois, I think there's a blueberry farm.
Nice.
I haven't been there, but I've been told by a lot of people there's like a pick your own blueberry farm. We would have pick your own cherries, and you go in with like a old metal like coffee can on a string, and they charge you by the pound.
Oh, that's
so the trick is you have to eat while you pick, and then you just you
Yeah.
go out and you go.
I suspect Ashlyn and Travis can probably come up with some pretty good meals at home to make for each other. Or maybe you probably get sick of that sometimes. Where do you guys love to go in Burlington or out?
So that one is kind of tricky because we don't get to eat out often.
Yeah.
I personally have a lot of dietary restrictions right now, so it makes it hard
Sure.
to kind of
You got to
navigate
be
that.
picky.
Really
do
picky.
research.
Yeah. So like I am gluten-free, but I'm also dairy-free, And right now I'm staying away from onion and garlic, which I'm heartbroken. Because
Yeah.
they're some of my favorite flavors.
They're my two favorite flavors.
I had to kind of relearn how to cook.
Yeah.
But that just means that we cook at home a lot more, and it's a lot more planning.
Sure.
But when we do go out, fresh food, we love Jared at the Hawaiian.
Yeah.
I'm really comfortable with him, shooting him a message and being like, hey, are you not busy? Because I don't want to be that person to come in on your rush and, you're cranking food out as fast as you can, and all of a sudden you get a ticket with no onion, no garlic, and you got to rethink how you do things.
Right.
Because we come from that world. So,
I can't imagine having that come out of your diet, but you've had to adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
What
took
have
a
you
while to
replaced it
figure
with,
out.
Ashlyn? Anything? Have you
Asian flavors,
Okay.
because you can.
Nice tip. Anybody that's lost the.
I don't miss the onion and garlic and the Asian flavors.
Okay.
And right now, that is what my son is consuming the most of at
Yeah.
home. So to do like a cheater Mongolian beef or chicken at home, just over some white rice.
Ashlyn,
Yeah.
tell everybody when Thyme and Spice and Tea Shop is open.
We are open Tuesday through Friday,
Yeah.
10 to 5, Saturdays 10 to 3.
Yes. And you cannot get the cheeseburger after 3:00.
Correct.
It's horrible. I've learned that lesson. I had to learn it the hard way. I usually get some Sterling's chips with it.
Yeah.
And then is it your craft soda? The grape.
So
Oh my goodness.
that is a craft soda, but that's not our
Yeah.
craft soda.
Yeah, but you can't. But it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's on. But I'm
Yeah.
going to expand my palate because Mercedes.
Yep.
Here at Titan tells
Yeah.
me I need to with one of the bowls.
Yep.
what's
She likes
your-
the 5 spice.
The 5 spice.
Yeah.
It's a noodle thing, right?
It is. It's a blend of sweet potato noodles and a salad. So you get that best of both worlds, but it's got that 5 spice seasoned chicken. It's our 5 spice that we make in house. Fresh carrots, cucumber, cilantro. Goes great with our peanut sauce. You can add some extras if you want to, but it's really good as it is.
During the month of the colder months that are coming up, and I can't wait. Go in and have some tea. Get ready for fall
Yeah.
and holiday baking.
Yeah.
Get excited about that.
Yeah.
And then top 3 lunch items that you would say if someone said top 3 things you love, because I'm going to get one of those at Thyme and Spice.
So aside from the cheeseburger, we know you love the cheeseburger. Our veggie thyme salad bowl is probably one of my favorites. It's just a really nice salad bowl. It's got roasted sweet potatoes, the roasted chickpeas,
Yes.
some brown rice on there, fresh veggies. You can add chicken to it, which a lot of people do. But it is vegan on its own. So if you are
And
staying away
fresh.
from dairy,
Southern California girl. She knows
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah.
It's fresh. It's good.
yeah, and
Good
that
for
one
you.
you can pick any salad dressing that we make. It goes great with all of them.
What's Travis Love on the menu? What's his favorite?
Probably the tamari bowl right now. That was his lunch that he was making for, I don't know, the past maybe month or so.
Yeah.
And he'd sit down and make this thing. I'm like, what are you eating? He's like, it's my lunch. I'm like, okay. And one day he took a photo of it. I'm like, are you putting it on the menu? He's like, I don't know. And then he says, I think I'm going to put it on there. So we came back from vacation. We took a short vacation and threw it up, and everybody's loving it.
It's at 218 Jefferson, or what do you tell people? Where's it
The
at?
corner of 3rd and Jefferson.
Yes, there you go.
Corner of 3rd.
And you can't, because I tell everybody it's on 3rd Street, but the corner of 3rd and
Yep.
Jefferson. Perfect. Thyme and Spice, Spice and Tea Shop. You got to open up really soon, so I'm going to let you go. We're doing this really early in the morning. But have a great week, and thanks for
you.
bringing, we've
Yeah.
got time. We can share these with the rest of the staff.
Sure.
This is awesome. So tell me, it's the berry what again?
That's the wildberry orange black tea.
And all the things in it. Cinnamon.
Yep. Super simple. Black tea and cinnamon.
Oh my
Wildberry and blood orange.
It is so great.
Thank
I'm
you.
not blowing sunshine either.
Thank you.
There's sunshine in
Thank
it
you.
also, by the way. On 15 Minutes With, thanks to Ashlyn Long and her husband Travis for having a place like this where folks can go on 3rd and Jefferson.
Yeah.
Thyme and Spice, and
Yeah.
thanks for being there.
Thanks.
And here's to that big growth. Even if it happens outside of that building and somewhere else, that's awesome. Good
Yeah.
luck.
Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you.